said Casey told him that she felt being a mother hampered her social life. So, will any of this new evidence help solve the mystery of a missing little girl?
Geraldo is here to talk about this investigation. He's been down to Florida to be involved in the case.
Also, look who's here, Judge David Young. Good to have you here, sir. Also joining us today is InvestigationDiscovery.com blogger David Lohr, former criminal investigator John Lucid.
Hey, John.
Joining us
See you,
as well.
David.
Good to have you guys here. Geraldo, you've been doing a lot of work on this investigation, covering this. What's your take at this point?
Well, my take basically is that everyone in the country believes that Casey Anthony in some way was responsible for the death of her child, Caylee Anthony. But knowing isn't proving. That's the frustration. That's why you have demonstrators outside. That's why you have outside the grandparents' house. That's why you have the investigators dumping 600 pages of discovery before they even gave it to the defense attorney. Everyone is trying to get this case moving forward, knowing that this young woman is responsible for the death of this baby, but being frustrated because they cannot prove it. And I tell you, the case of murder is very, very weak. That's why she hasn't been indicted for murder, and I will be surprised if it happens before and until they find this child's body.
I'll be darned. But why release 600 pages of documents and evidence? Why would the police release that?
I think they're trying to put pressure on Casey Anthony. You know, right now she's only charged with child neglect and lying to the authorities and check kiting. She can conceivably, Mike, go on trial, go to jail for 3, 4, 5, 6 years and never be tried for murder. 5, 6 years later, the public temperament will be down. This is the most blogged criminal case ever. Ever. This is bigger than John Benet Ramsey.
John, it's so strange because, you know, it's not like this woman is a rocket scientist. Let's just go on the assumption that she did kill her daughter. Okay. You know, how could she cover this up so well?
Well, she's not covering it up so well because everything she has said to investigators is a lie, and they've proven everything is a lie. I agree with Geraldo, okay? There's nothing here, or they would have pulled the trigger so far. And by the way, the 600 pages, 90% of those 600 pages are transcripts. That means that's not evidence. That's what people said.
Yeah.
And anything
Pretty
people
brutal
say
transcript,
is
too.
going to be challenged in a court of law.
Because it's not hard evidence.
It's not hard evidence.
Why isn't... It seems like most cases people would crack by now. 3 months, maybe almost 4 months, the kid's been missing.
It tells you more about who she really is. She's a cold, calculating, manipulative woman. There's no doubt in my mind.
I think she's more schizophrenic than cold and calculating. She seems to me to have a very tenuous grip on reality. She may have been so pathological she convinced herself that she's not responsible. Yeah. She made up this nanny. No one checked out. No one saw this nanny for all of these months. Where was the child all of these months? Who's the father of this child? Is it conceivable that the father is somehow responsible or involved in the child's disappearance? Is there a father? Did he take the child away someplace? These are things we still don't know. You cannot prove murder based on a smell in a car and some of this other evidence.
Yeah, and speaking of that smell, Caylee's grandmother, Cindy, made a 911 call claiming something smelled like a dead body in the car that Casey was driving. Here's what Lee Anthony, Casey's brother, told the police about the odor.
There couldn't be any more for a minute or two. I couldn't be there for any more than a minute or two, and I had to keep going back inside because the smell was so bad. She, Casey, said it started around that time when 2 dead squirrels crawled up under the hood of the car, you know, and they died in there.
So
blaming it on
squirrels.
Judge, this. I mean, you sit there and you go, well, shit, she's been caught in lie after lie, and nothing is adding up. And the dead, you know, the dead body scent, she says it's squirrels. I mean, it does seem like there is a lot of circumstantial evidence, but it seems like it's a weak case in your mind.
There's no question that it's a weak case, and there's no question it's circumstantial, and there's no question she's pathological. However, for a murder case to stick, the evidence has got to be there. You don't want to do it haphazardly and try her and have her not guilty, and that would forever in the state of Florida prevent you from trying her again.
Don't rush. Don't rush it.
Don't rush. You don't have to. There's no statute of limitations. They can wait till they get all the evidence, the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed, and then file charges against
But all
her.
this information that's released to the public, does that taint the jury pool down there?
No, I don't think so. You know, look.
I disagree. I disagree. I know that they are preparing a change in venue, Judge. They are trying to get this case to Miami, trying to get it out of Orlando, trying to get it out of the Tampa area. They're going to say that the local press has covered this minute by minute for the last couple of months. They want out. They want out. Yes, but they want out of Central Florida. They want a more of a minority jury. They want a jury that doesn't trust the authorities.
Geraldo, but that's not the issue, though. The issue is, can you get a fair and impartial jury? They may know about the case, but to people who have an opinion. Listen, in Las Vegas, which is not a great metropolis, they found a jury for O.J. Simpson. I had a case involving 2 drunk American West pilots that was on Leno, Letterman, a Fox show, every show you could think of.
You can find them.
We found a jury. Now, is it the jury that the defense is going to want? Probably not.
Yeah.
Would the defense want to have it in Miami? Probably so.
David,
but
how
no
much evidence do we need?
In my opinion, they need to find her body, if they're going to move forward. I mean, they have enough evidence now, I think, that they could charge her, but without the body, I think it's going to be difficult.
Really? We have to find a body here?
No, the banded hair, if they had hair that was banded that clearly came from a dead child, this dead child, they maybe could bring it based on the strand or 2 of hair. But do you want to hang your whole case on that? Why, when everyone was waiting breathlessly for the DNA to come back from the FBI, and then they got this report from the so-called Body Farm, the University of Tennessee's Knoxville forensic archaeology kind of laboratory there, that's still not enough. It is hinting at a death, but it is not probative. It's not proof.
John?
The problem is that everybody agrees that the FBI is right about there was a dead body in the car. The problem is, though, whose dead body was it? Right. There was hair there, but at the end of the hair, there was no follicle that had DNA attached that actually came back to Caylee. The only thing they can say about that, unless I missed it, is the fact that it's the same length, the same width, and the same color of Caylee. That's not evidence.
Keep an eye on the case for you. Thank you all
Good job,
very much.
guys.
Thank you.
All righty, next up.